Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sequel here and welcome to the second installment of the series of how to beat high threat teams in Arena. Many of you have requested I remake this because I was not very clear on how to pick teams, how to find opponents, and you were also mad because I used artifacts. So in this video I will not use artifacts, no level 10 All Blaze unfortunately for me. And I'll try to explain you what teams I'm using and why I'm using them, what opponents I'm picking to fight and why I'm picking them, and at the same time I'll show you the gameplay and I'll explain what exactly I'm doing. So yeah, with all that in mind, keep in mind that even if you get all this information, a thing that you will need to do yourself is to perfect your gameplay. If your gameplay sucks, then those tips will definitely help you. Don't get me wrong, they'll definitely help you. But it will not work as well for someone that has not perfected his gameplay as for someone who has. And if you want to perfect your gameplay, I do have a playlist that I'll link down in the description, and that's Ninja 2 Mobile Combat Guide that you can watch in order to improve your gameplay. So yeah, with all that being said, let's get into the video. This is a 4.5 months old account, so you are very likely to have every character over here, or eventually get to have every character over here, or work towards getting every character over here eventually. Since none of them are really from chests, except one that I'll be using, and I'm not going to be using very powerful characters. And let's get into how you should build your teams in order to hit high threat teams. Well, first of all, powerful characters are a way to go. For example, back when my Black Adam was weak, he had like 1000 threat. He was able to hit teams that were above 1 million threat easily. So yeah, Black Adam is an example. Right now he is almost at level 60 gears, so he's not a weak character anymore, so I will not show gameplay with that. But back in the day he used to fight very high threat teams. So when you have a very strong character, like for example Black Adam over here, what team you should do is to build a team around him that is going to help him out. The team I was using for Black Adam would be Dr. Fate, obviously for the power reduction. And at the same time Armored Superman to make both of them a little bit more tanky and survive more. And that is the first way of building your team. You'll need a very strong character, not very upgraded necessarily, but strong character in himself that is going to deal pretty decent amounts of damage, and you'll need two characters that will just stand by his side and make sure he survives for as much as possible to deal as much damage as possible. Another example of this that I will show in the video would be Black Lightning. My Black Lightning is not upgraded at all. All I have done for him so far was reroll talents with the free daily rerolls and get his gears to level 20. Every gears that is above level 20 has been gotten from raid drops, and I haven't swapped bonuses on those. What I have done indeed is upgrade the ability to level 55, and over there you'll see a very important thing: armor piercing abilities. Characters that you are going to be fight, be they high threat, they will most likely have some defense. So armor piercing or dot abilities will do amazing for you, and that's why I have upgraded my armor piercing ability. I will use Black Lightning as the main damage dealer, and along with side with Black Lightning I'm going to use Multiverse Captain Cold and Multiverse Supergirl. They are both characters that are going to buff the defensive capabilities of multiverse characters, and as you can see, this team will be built around keeping Black Lightning safe and doing my best to just tag him in when he needs to deal damage. And this would be far easier if I was able to use the All Blades, but I'm not going to in this video. And another example that you'll see here, but you are not very likely to have access to though, is Justice League the Flash alongside with Justice League Aquaman that was around here, and Justice League Cyborg. I got lucky and got Justice League Cyborg at some point. I know some of you might not have, but this is an example that stands to show how powerful is the synergy of some specific teams. A low threat multiverse team can do this with Multiverse Flash, Multiverse Armored Supergirl, and Multiverse Green Arrow. A low level Justice League team can do this. A low level Batman Ninja team can do this. A low level League of Anarchy team can do this. So if you have one of the iconic teams, let's call them that, you should definitely put them together, because together, even if they are not very high upgraded, they can yield some very amazing results. Now let's go on to the picking of the opponents. And do mind that the gameplay that I'll show you later was recorded previous to this. So right now I would just go over opponents and tell you what I would fight, and I will later, when we get into the actual fights, explain you why I fought that specific team. So in order to find yourself opponents, you will need to do the following. Pick your 3 strongest characters and put them in the team that you are going to search with. Okay, I'm going to put this one, and this one. They also have my strongest artifacts on them. Not going to use them, don't worry about it, not going to use them. So right now this is the highest threat that my account can do. I do this because of the fact that after you find your opponent, you can edit the team and put the desired team over there, and the opponent will not change. So we will use this team in order to search for our desired opponent. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so for example, this one is a team that I would definitely fight because of the fact that those are characters that are easy to deal with. When you're looking for opponents, you are looking for a team that is mostly comprised of damage dealers. Because look, when a character is going to be high threat, it's either going to be very hard to kill or will deal very high damage. So picking a character that deals very high damage is a much better deal because of the fact that the tank characters that are very hard to kill, they will not die very fast, and even though they are built as tank characters, they will still deal a lot of damage to you. So you'd rather pick characters that will deal a lot of damage to you, but at the same time take a lot of damage. And then you turn it into a situation of who kills who first. And I would fight this team because of the fact that Himflant Sakomen and Heartbreaker Harley Quinn will die most likely immediately. And Shazam is going to be a little bit more tanky and harder to deal with, but he will eventually go down, and he is easy to deal with as a character, for example. This is a team I would definitely fight. And don't worry, I think I have an example of a very similar team over here. This is another team that might be worth fighting. It adds, look, another thing when you're looking for teams, you don't want to pick AI teams that have unfair advantages or bring random things to the table. And this team has Dark Supergirl. Dark Supergirl has that tag in that interrupts special attacks, and that's a random thing she brings to the table. And I'm not really looking forward to that. Even though this might be a very easy team to fight, I'm going to try and avoid that random generated effect. Let's take another look. Come on, already load. And yeah, while we are stuck at this team, definitely don't fight Last Savage or Multiverse Armored Supergirl. This is definitely a no-go. When you see legendaries over there, just get out. This is a no-go because it has Multiverse Armored Supergirl, and no matter how good you play, she might randomly just tag in and break your attack pattern with that unblockable tagging. This might be a decent team to fight, but nah, you're complicating yourself too much if you do this one. We are looking for damage dealers because when you're fighting damage dealers, even though they do great amounts of damage, you can play around the AI. You can be better than the AI, and you need to use that to your own advantage as much as possible. Don't fight Last Savage Joker because of, yet again, he has random generative effects. Batman Ninja team is going to have a very strong synergy, so don't try and fight that. This one is a maybe depending on what team you are using because of the fact that they will be tanky, since Arkham Knight, Batman and Heartbreaker Harley Quinn are going to benefit from Arkham Knight's Batman passive, but at the end of the day they are all characters that are predictable and easy to deal with. So this, for example, might be a go depending on the team that I'm using. Okay, avoid all those things. The only, as a beginner, I myself fight a lot more of the legendary characters, though even I avoid Justice League Superman and Darkseid every single time. But as a beginner, the only legendary characters that you should be fighting are going to be Brainiac and Arkham Knight Batman, because those two are going to be easily enough to deal with. Look, this is another example of a team that I would maybe fight, depending on what team I'm using, because while they are going to be tanky enough, they are going to be characters that are easy to deal with. I also have a video where I talk about each character and if you should or should not avoid them in the arena. Going to also link that below if I don't forget about it. Yeah, let's find one more team and then let's not drag this and get into the fights, because I know that's what you are interested in. Nope, This yet again is the same team, it's a good one, so yeah, let's skip this and get into the fights. Okay, so this first one is going to start off to a point where I have already found myself a team that I think it's worth fighting, and I'm prepared to fight, and I'm going to put the multiverse team that I have showed you previously. And as I have said before, those characters had no prior investment into them, just level 20 gears upgrade by myself, and everything that's above level 20 gears is going to be raid drops, and I haven't swapped bonuses on those. And a little bit of an upgrade into abilities here and there, with Black Lightning is going to be a little bit more on that side of ability upgrading, but he's still far from being perfect. He's got like 2 resistances talents because they keep giving me epic resistances talents for some reason on characters that I do not need. But yeah, other than that, and Multiverse Supergirl is also going to have a few points into the special too, because that will come in handy later, because she's going to freeze with that, and it's a pretty neat trick you can do with that I'll show you later in this video. So yeah, we're going to be fighting this team. The only real problem here, though I wouldn't really call him a problem, is going to be Shazam, because he's a little bit tanky. He will not die as fast, but I find Shazam easy enough to deal with if you know what you're doing, so I don't mind him being here. Over here he was a little bit annoying. I'm backing off. Keep in mind, the only purpose of the Captain Cold and the Supergirl, for the most part, is to stay in the fight, build up combo, and buy time until I get enough energy to tag Black Lightning out. Over here I tag Black Lightning in, I tag him in, and Shazam dies only with one special tree. Remember that this team is going to be like 6 times or 7 times my amount of threat, and even though you can see that even their Dr. Fate, even a goddamn Dr. Fate who's probably not even built, is going to deal huge amounts of damage to my characters. But on the other hand, I'm going to also have a very easy time dealing damage to them because they are not tanky. Over here I tag in Black Lightning and I start doing the infinite combo with Black Lightning. It's tap 3 times, swipe right, tap 3 times, swipe right, and then just repeat the process. It does not work every single time and it does not work infinitely, but if the enemy blocks the attack and interrupts it, you can just back off and you'll be fine. So it's not a guaranteed infinite combo, but it's a safe one. Over here I back off until I find the opportunity to tag in with Black Adam. Over here I find it and I use the special tree and this fight is over. Well, this could have honestly been easier. If I was to use my level 10 Dual Blades, this could have been over in half the time, or less than half the time, but we still managed to pull it off with no artifacts equipped. So that's what you guys wanted, and that's what you guys have been asking for, so I'm doing that right now. Not going to do this in my free time, but I'm willing to do this for this video. Yet again, we're putting our 3 characters that are high threat on those positions. We are refreshing for a desired opponent. Those are not good. They have Multiverse Armored Supergirl over there and I'm not excited about fighting her. This is not good because of the fact that Arkham Knight Batman counters metahuman abilities and our damage dealer is going to be a metahuman. This is going to be good enough because of the fact that it has 2 squishy damage dealers, those being Kinflance Aquaman, Batman Catwoman, and Multiverse the Flash. Multiverse the Flash is not going to be as squishy. He's not going to be a glass cannon. It's going to take a little bit of time to take down. He will indeed, but he's not as tanky as other characters in the game, and he is easy enough to deal with if you know what you're doing. Yet again, if you don't know what you're doing, it's okay. I have linked in the description the playlist of the combat guides that I have so far. Over here, Kinflance Aquaman is being a little bit annoying, but that's okay. And as I have said, all I'm doing at the start of the fight is tagging those other 2 characters because I don't care if they take damage. It's not the end of the world if they die, but it is in a way the end of the world if a Black Lightning dies, though I do have a failsafe even if that happens. Black Lightning in, using a special tree, and Kinflance Aquaman is down, or at least his first life. Over here, Multiverse of Flash is going to go in. Damn, this one is very tanky. Over here I used the special tree of Black Lightning and I was like, I'm going to lose this. This guy does not die easily. But spoilers, we are most likely going to be fine. Over here I tag Black Lightning and start doing the infinite combo on Kinflance Aquaman, and then I think I'm not going to be able to take it all the way, but since he's low health I don't care if he blocks and I go ahead with a special tree. I didn't manage to evade the special one of Flash over here. You can do that, but it's very hard. The special 2 is easy to evade. Over here attacking Black Lightning yet again for another special 3, and I barely damage him at this point, and I'm like, nah, we aren't winning, but there's still hope. This Batman Catwoman will prove very annoying using a special tree over here. And usually when the Batman Catwoman's passive will activate, she will not do anything if you back off, but I did not notice that she had her super move ready. So yeah, my Black Lightning is down, and right now I have to deal with this Multiverse the Flash. If I was to deal with him in conventional ways, like building combo, blocking his abilities, I would die. Because he deals too much damage, even if I block, he would burn through it. So what I do is I spam special 2s of Multiverse Supergirl. The special 2s of Multiverse Supergirl are going to freeze him, so his stun resistance will not help him at all. And while he's frozen, I will regenerate energy, and I can to an extent do this almost endlessly, though it's not going to be endlessly since this costs quite a lot of energy, since I don't have any power reduction characters. So that's what I'm going to do, only begin the combo when he's very close to being not frozen anymore, and this will be able to go on until the end of the fight, and I will successfully kill him right now. So yeah, this is my failsafe with this team. Another thing with your teams, you will need to have a failsafe on one of your other characters. A failsafe is a way to win the fight even if your damage dealer dies. Though don't get me wrong, if your damage dealer dies at the beginning of the fight, you are pretty much screwed. But if you have a failsafe and your damage dealer dies near the end of the fight, then the character that has a failsafe on will be able to kind of pull the weight. And kind of end the fight in most scenarios. And I kind of have a little bit of a failsafe in any arena team that I use. Over here we are going to look yet again for another opponent. I'm not going to fight any of those teams because I do not like them. And another thing, I keep telling you what not to fight, but you should tell yourself what not to fight. You should tell yourself what characters are annoying to you and what characters you struggle against, and avoid those in order to get as many arena points as possible. Over here, Justice League team, stay away from that, especially if it has a Batman, because you'll lose the first use of an ability. Justice League Superman, just no. Black Adam, nope. Okay, nope. Multiverse Armor Supergirl, nope. Full Batman Ninja team, nope. Nah, those are not good to fight. Let's go one more time. This is not good because it has less of the Joker. This would be decent if I was not using Black Lightning as a main damage dealer, because Arkham Knight Batman counters the metahumans, and this team will be a good one to fight, because yet again it has 3 more or less damage dealers. Yes, Multiverse the Flash is not a damage dealer, but he is built a little bit damage oriented. He has not that much health and some defense, and we don't care about defense. There are much stronger tanks than Multiverse the Flash, and we are going to be able to exploit that. Yet again, we have over here a scenario where we are going to fight against 3 damage dealers, and they are going to deal a lot of damage to us, but we are going to be able to also deal a lot of damage to them. Like, look, those characters that I'm using right now against at the start against Batman Ninja Catwoman are going to be like 100 threat in total, but they are going to be able to put a dent in her with the basic attacks. That's how easy the damage dealers are to kill in this game in Arena, but you need to be careful because they will do a lot of damage to you in return if you screw things up. Over here, I think there are very few characters that can literally tag out from Black Lightning's infinite combo other than block it, and Batman Catwoman is one of them because she's really fast. Over here, keep doing that infinite combo and the special tree, and this Multiverse the Flash is going to be less tanky than the one that we have fought previously. And over here I believed that skill missed me and I was not blinded. Right now I'm blinded, and over here I thought that I would lose the fight, but let's see how it goes. Not going to give any more spoilers. And over here, I think an annoying thing is going to happen. Yeah, usually when you're fighting Batman Catwoman and she's immortal, you can just keep scrolling while blocking on the right, and she will not use a single ability. Over here, for some reason, that did not work and she used an ability, but we are going to try and be fine over here. This is kind of on the edge, like, not gonna lie. I thought for a moment that I might lose here. So yet again we begin combo when the freeze ends, then we tag in Black Lightning and attempt to keep up the infinite combo. Then you use a special tree. The immortal passive is going to trigger yet again, and right now it works. We are going to just keep swiping back while blocking, and she's going to stay there like a total idiot and then finish it with a special one. So this was it for this team. Now let's also look at the fight with the Justice League team. Though that will be something more like, look guys, there's possible with other types of combinations of characters. And as I have said, it's very good if you have certain archetypes of teams, even if not very upgraded. Their synergies will make it work very well for you. So we are going to put over here Justice League Aquaman. We're going to put Justice League the Flash, and we are going to put Justice League Cyborg. I got Justice League Cyborg from the Justice League chest back when it was on sale. Yeah, I will admit that's pretty lucky, but at the end of the day it's just a 3-star Cyborg with only one gear. Same deal with Flash, only got his gears to level 20, didn't invest anything into anything, except his special 2 I guess, his special 3, excuse me. Same with Justice League Aquaman, he's just got his ray drops, didn't put any reforges into that, and Justice League Cyborg only has one gear. Again, no artifacts equipped, because you don't like me using artifacts. And I can understand that, because it's not that relatable. And we're going to fight a team that has Silver Banshee, Kim Flan's Aquaman, and Multiverse the Flash. And this is going to be a hard one, because that Multiverse team was pretty tanky and had a lot of defensiveness. Over here, most likely any of the characters would get one shot by one special attack of the enemy, but we are going to deal huge damage to the enemy only by using our basic attacks. Tagging Cyborg in because I don't care if he dies. And waiting for a good moment to tag in. And yeah, the Justice League Aquaman just got one shot it with one special attack from Silver Banshee, just like that. He disappeared off the map, and that's the risk when you use teams like this, glass cannon teams. And yes, this might have happened even if the team was fully maxed. But if this team was fully maxed, then 2 hits would have been enough to kill their entire team. So yeah, over here we avoided the special 2 of Multiverse the Flash, and we are going to hopefully kill him by using Cyborg. And over here, a big mistake by me, I forgot about that passive that he has. So yeah, we almost died over there. So yeah, this was it for this one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you found this helpful. Dislike it if you dislike it. Maybe hit that bell button, and I'll see you in the next one.